All right, Motorhead, so here's the deal. You saw that short we put out. We're waiting for some of the clients to leave out of the garage so we can go in and do a video about this 79 Trans Am. He was brought this car and asked to do certain things to it. And he asked me to come over because I've done 8 or 10 Trans Ams in my lifetime. And I've gutted a bunch of them, wrecked ones and stuff. So he wanted to know the things that were missing. And there's a lot of parts missing. It was a Facebook Marketplace find. And the new owner of it wants to do it his way. And that's fine. It's a very beautiful Trans Am. You can tell it's been sitting in the garage for 15, 20 years. They did a lot of extra stuff to it that are just bolted on the motor of a Pontiac 400. And in a few minutes, I'm going to go in and show you. But in the meantime, we're out here at the parts bins. We can get the 3 of them. We're going to come out tomorrow. We're not going to have a lot of camera time tomorrow. We're going to start sorting. It's about coming out here early in the morning and really getting heavy and sorting. And I'll give you a few ideas. We will have somebody taking time to video some of it, but I'm not stopping to do videos tomorrow. I got to get this done. These 3 containers we can get sorted tomorrow. So right here we've got a bunch of original exhaust systems. And back in the day, before we had parts benders, you could buy exhaust system from the it was about $200. You could walk into Napa and buy a complete exhaust system. Back in the 80s, you could buy $200, buy a complete exhaust system. These are Thrush muffler exhaust systems. You can see right there the Thrush tailpipe muffler setup. And we've got Carnegie pipes, and we've got factory import pipes and all kinds of stuff. So this one is all brand new fuel pumps. Beautiful, great condition, brand new mechanical fuel pumps. Let me show you. Now I thought about taking time and maybe popping one of these open to see how clean it is inside, but you can see from the outside that she's clean. Okay, made in Canada, still working well. So some of these we'll have to test. That one is absolutely much older than these brand new AirTech pumps. That one you can tell just by the box that it's an older AirTech system. And these, I mean, you can see that. So I know there's some big block Mopars and some small block Chevys in here, so we got a lot to go through, but finally the weather's breaking, thank God. And you step over here, you can see the goal is going to be to make these holes so we can actually walk in here. So we can walk all the way to the back of this 40-foot container. We'll put our single boxes against the wall and all our double stacked pallets against this wall. So we'll have a 2-foot aisleway to walk all the way down and get to any part we need. Why do we do it this way? Because building rentals are out of this world. And the goal is to give this back to people, raise attention to our goals in the foundation, and not cost a fortune in the meantime. And with this all being on private property, this is on the property of one of the board members. So, you know, the only thing we're faced with is container rentals, so we can keep the cost down. We don't have to charge. Now, let's talk about the store. What we're doing is, if there's a part on eBay or Rock Auto that says it's $50 or $45, we're putting our part on for $40. But we're not in the parts business. This is not about the parts business. This is, again, about the foundation, raising attention, and about giving these parts back and giving some good people jobs to help us do this. Now, what we're going to do for the ones that sign up, and they're getting ready to find out because we're going to put a newsletter out this week. For the ones that sign up, there's going to be 50% off days. There's going to be 25% off days. There's going to be 10% off days. I don't want these parts, guys. I got 6 months on these containers. These containers got to be gone because it's not a lot of time. 6 months is not a lot of time for 200 or 300 brand new car parts. So for the ones that are paying attention, get on the storefront, get on the newsletter, savetheparts.org, email us, and you're going to get an email when we decide, hey, next Tuesday's 50% off. We're going to send an email out 5 days before it's 50% off. And that day, everything in the store is discounted 50%. So you better keep your eyes out. For you guys that are building cars, we've got everything here. Hell, this morning I found 1962 Porsche parts. Porsche Datsun, AMC, International Scout, you know, I don't know if there's a part in here we don't have. But I say that. I don't know if there's a manufacturing company or maker model that we don't have at least something for. Now, does that mean I have every part in the world? No way. No way. I'm not claiming that. I'm claiming we don't know what we took off these shelves. Okay, we were able to identify a lot of it. But as we pull this out and identify it and sell it, it's all going to be put out at a very reasonable price. And for the ones who follow us, they're going to get an even better discount. All right, guys, thanks for stopping in. We'll be back soon with a lot more. Tomorrow, maybe we'll get some video while we're out here. CudaBill out.
For no
Being a video. You know, this is one of the things that I hated about the Trans Am. None of my cars had it on it, and the only reason that Trans Am I have today is somebody did that Ghost Eagle. Because this Phoenix, I was never a fan of this Phoenix, never. That's why people started calling them in the 70s the screaming chickens, because it looks more like a chicken than it does a Eagle or a Phoenix. Anyway, guys, cool car, isn't it? All right, we got more than enough B-roll there, Bubba. I can make a good